Hi, my name is Savannah and I moved to New York City for 3 months, aka hot girl, engaged summer, activate. My fiance and I live on an island in a tiny beach town where we golf cart around our neighborhood to go to the beach or go to the gym, maybe want to visit our friend's house. You're probably like, that is so random. Okay, why are you telling me this? It's because now I love a good walk with a friend or a run, but honestly, living on this island, it can be a tad too humid and dry. So once our lease was up, we decided to try and be New Yorkers for the summer. We had an interesting but helpful wake-up call. I'm not kidding you when I say now we walk an average of 9 miles a day. We quickly realized living in the city, sometimes walking is faster than any other form of transportation. I don't dare get into an Uber. It would add at least 20 more minutes in, depending on the time of day. Also, we joined a gym that is more than a mile away from our apartment, aka adding more than 2 miles a day to our own mileage. Not to mention, we have a really cute Pomsky named Bentley who demands walks constantly. Usually, we will walk a few more miles simply to take him to the park where we can find authentic grass. Here's my story on how the first 30 days of living in a city, walking 9+ miles a day changed for me and my body and my mental health. This is going to be a video all about how I saw those changes, and I truly hope this video challenges you to be more active and to go on some hot girl summer walks, or hey, fall or winter, simply because being active in any form is fantastic for you. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, how are we? Happy whatever day of the week it is for you. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. Everyone is welcomed here, and I cannot be more excited to go over this topic. I don't know, one day I was just thinking about it, like, what should a YouTube topic be? And I was like, bro, my life has changed so much with how much I walk in the city. And I didn't want to make it like this challenge that I'm documenting the whole entire journey. No, I just wanted to simply tell you what I personally noticed when I upped my miles, when I actually had to start walking, and in hopes that it will inspire you to get more movement in your life. Honestly, I don't really know the outcome of this video, but grab a bag of popcorn and let's chat about it. So with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get started. Okay. I know a lot of people think that long distance walks are boring, or they like think of old grandparents that get out of their retirement home and they go for a walk, okay? No. We are going to break that stereotype, because honestly, it's the exact opposite. You can listen to a podcast, listen to music, catch up with friends, walk to a destination grabbing a beverage, sightsee, get fresh air, become independent, and it improves things like your cardiac health, strengthening muscles in your feet, your knees, and your hips, and it boosts your endurance. So there's a lot of pros, baby, to walking distance. I wanted to really dive into just like what I physically felt and mentally felt, because you guys, I would not be recording a video about me walking the first month of New York if I didn't think that I saw this insane change. It was like clockwork with my body, and I was like, what am I doing different? I'm just being more active. I am walking everywhere. Was it by choice at first? No, but now is it? Sometimes. So I want to dive into a couple things I noticed. First things first is I noticed I was burning an insane amount of calories because I track it on my Apple Watch. I was burning over 1,200 calories a day, which for some of you that have really active jobs, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you work with children, that's probably normal. But for me, I usually have intentional workouts for an hour a day, and then I'm usually at my desk working, vlogging, whatever it is. So maybe at most I was burning 700 calories before. So because of this, I was naturally in a deficit. Nothing had really changed about my eating, and I wouldn't say I was in a deficit every day, but I definitely noticed a difference in my body. I was leaner, because I was incorporating still my hour of an intentional workout and still doing my normal day-to-day thing. I was still even lifting weights, I was still doing my HIIT cardio, literally nothing changed except how much I was walking a day. I wasn't subbing my cardio for the walks, I was still following everything to a T as I did before, and my diet was very similar, other than occasionally, still going out to eat, having drinks, whatever it is. Of course, I'm not naturally always in a deficit, I don't count my macros, but I could tell my body was leaner because I was naturally burning more calories than I was used to. I also noticed that I was so tired in the beginning. I would have aches and sores, and yeah, that sounds old, but my feet would be sore, or my knees and hips, whatever. I worked on my hip mobility exercises. I tried to eliminate it as best as possible. I also wore shoes that were comfortable around the city. I kid you not, for a day I wore heels and my feet went numb. Do not recommend it. So now you will never catch me wearing heels, and if you do, it's because I packed them in a backpack and I walked with my sneakers in my dress to the location, then I popped the heels on. Really now, I just have this insane endurance. The soreness went away. I wasn't achy anymore, and I felt like I could go a distance. I don't complain if I have to walk 2 miles to go to a park. I'm let's do it, bring it on. And it used to feel like it would take forever, and now it's I'm unfazed. I usually have a podcast, I'm usually chatting with my fiance, I'm doing whatever, I'm chatting with people, so honestly, it flies by, I don't notice it, and it is a time commitment for sure, but I just make sure to incorporate it into my schedule. Your girl's unfazed by how far she needs to walk. Want to go to Central Park? Bring it on, let's go. It's gonna take us an hour, but let's walk, let's go, babe. Another thing that I have noticed is mentally, I have loved it. I have had so much alone time because of this. Sometimes I listen to a podcast. Sometimes I listen to some Taylor Swift baddie music. Sometimes I don't listen to anything and I just listen to things around me. Sometimes I'm just talking to myself. This is a time that I've really found I can practice my self-affirmations. That's something that I personally do because I used to have a very negative mindset and I used to be very harsh with myself. So I every day repeat things to myself you are beautiful, you are loved, you're successful, and I really just try to manifest what I want and the energy I want in my life. If anyone knows me, I'm a very big girl on energy in the sense of I need positive, helpful, encouraging energy near me. Otherwise, I cannot hang in that environment. So really, these walks, of course, usually I'm walking with my fiance or I'm walking with a friend, but most of the time if I'm walking to the gym, if I'm walking to go work at a coffee shop, I'm alone. And it's so nice. I can pop in a podcast. I've even listened to so many new podcasts. My favorite right now is Skinny Confidential and the Andrew Huberman Labs, I think is it. So overall, I just have this time in my day where I personally don't really scroll on my phone when I walk. I know some people do. For me, it does not work. I'll step and poop or something like that. So I just kind of put it in my pocket and I listen to something and I just observe around. It's just so nice, and I never really thought I would have time in my day to do something like that, and because I have to walk to somewhere, it forces me to, and I love it. Otherwise, I think I would probably just be scrolling on social media, watching TikTok at home. Overall, it's really helped my mental health. Another one is I get to see my friends all the time, and what I mean by this is the other day, I met this girl, Emily. I loved her. I went on her podcast, and we have really loved hanging out. So at 6 a.m., we met at the West Side Highway. Anyone from New York know where that is? And we walked 6 miles that morning. We went from 6 a.m. to 9. I think I was back by 9 a.m. And it was fantastic. And what I mean by this is you could encourage your friends to want to go for a walk with you. It's summer, let's enjoy the weather. I am a girl that needs to be outside at all times if she can. So for me, walking is a form of bonding with my friends, and any of my friends know that if you walk with me, that's my love language. Lastly is I get to sightsee. And what I mean by this is I understand if you live in suburbs, it can be difficult, but maybe look up a new trail. When I lived in Washington, we had so many different trails I had never even been on, or drive to a location and then walk around. Maybe it's a waterfront, whatever it is, something that entices you, and it's safe, of course. We want you to be safe. Bring your mace. But I just think it's nice to slow down and sightsee, and there's just something authentic and genuine sense of walking without your phone, because we used to never be glued to this. We didn't have phones, right? I'm the generation where I think the first time I got a phone, I was like in middle school, and it was only because my parents were divorced, so they had to like call me to pick me up. No one else had a phone until like high school, okay? It's like this nostalgic feeling of just like being in the moment, which is sad. I'm well aware of how sad that sounds. Dude, leave your phone at home and go for a long walk with your friends. Don't document it. You don't have to take photos of it. You don't have to prove that you're doing it. And just go for a walk without anything. Unplug and just sightsee and listen, and it is like good for the soul, if that makes sense. Overall, my challenge of 30 days of walking has been fantastic. I totally challenge you to do it yourself. Challenge yourself for 30 days. You don't have to live in a city, but maybe wake up an hour earlier, or after work, instead of going home and sitting on the couch, maybe go for a walk on a trail. I don't know why everybody has this stigma around walking and how like you're not burning enough calories, or it's lame, it's boring. Make it fun. Dude, anything in life can be boring. You can move to the middle of nowhere and it's you that can make it fun. And if you think about it, we need up to 150 minutes a week, vigorous and moderate exercise. So walking could also be a brisk walk where you almost feel breathless. That's fantastic. That's a fantastic state to be in. It's healthy. It's an aerobic exercise. So don't cross off walking. I hope this helped. I hope you feel inspired to start walking. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.